we say that power, sex, time, money, and status are interchangeable currencies of the tribe. We're making sense with that phraseology and those words. So if we've been operating in a barter system for power, sex, money, time, and status, then and that bartering system has been operating on top of this layer of control versus power and authority. If the desire for control is always driven by fear, does that mean the desire for control has been bad or wrong or unnecessary in the past? Was there anything else that was going to slow down the narcissistic, authoritative, power-seeking, often taproot-driven drives of the masculine, other than the feminine having the intuition to say, whoa, there's a cliff over there and I'm not going. So we're putting on the brakes, or I'm not going to live with that. I'm not going to accept that behavior or that way. That doesn't mean men wouldn't try to abuse women into submission or to force themselves upon them, or to say, well, I'm the one who makes the money, so I've got all the power and you just got to go along for the ride, and I'm better than you are, and I'm smart and you're not, and all of the old baloney statements, or disempowering or diminishing the imagined quality of decision making and understanding of women on the part of men. So all this is changing. And that said, does feminine empowerment mean masculinization of the feminine? This is a difficult question. I mean, it's not all human beings have both masculine and feminine energies. Feminine energy and masculine energy are of equal value. And there are women who feel that the only safe way to have power and money and authority and status and have more time for them to have what they want and experience what they want is to masculinize their strategies or tactics in life in order to have definitive competitive effect and to compete with the masculine. So yes, parental conditioning, tribal conditioning, mom and dad vying for power or authority or control within the context of the family, and the children becoming conditioned reflections of that dynamic, simultaneous to other conditioning about being a good person, having good beliefs, being kind, being spiritual, and all of those wonderful high values are kind of operating on top of this shifting foundation of power and control and money, sex, time, power, and status. So do all of our high values and beliefs become quite flexible when it looks like we're going to lose power, money, sex, time, or status? If you add narcissism in the masculine or narcissism in the feminine on top of this, you get a magnification of these dynamics that is destructive and dysfunctional. Both men and women try to go out and get their power and get their money and get their status and time and with time, supposedly, if we have more time, we have more freedom to do and get and have and experience and acquire what we want, which is kind of just an expression, a complexified expression of the taproot feeding the ego, getting what it wants over and over and over again, and calling that process, along with the veneer of all of this, and then the veneer on top of that of higher values, we call that life and culture and humanity. So is this paradigm likely to allow us or support us in uniting as a species consciously and collaboratively, understanding when, where, how, and why these dynamics have been driving climate change? And these are the dynamics that would optimally be directly changed and transformed if we want to get together and unite in order to solve climate change.